Spin doctors.
Yeah, spin doctors who are in control of MPs. Like it all, like, do you know what I mean? Like it all links. So at the end of the day, what we're saying don't mean shit.
With the general election approaching on May the 7th, I decided now was the perfect time to talk to the people at the heart of most of the discussions. That's right, people under the age of 25. Apparently we aren't interested in politics, so I talked to 4 people from my local radio station to find out their views. This is how the debate went.
Like at the end of the day, what's the point of somebody who don't even connect with us, like in any way, decide like how we live our lives? At the end of the day, there's more of us than there are of them. So why can't we control ourselves? Why can't we do the things that we need to do to make our lives better? Because at the end of the day, right now the Conservatives are in power, whatever, and like them lot are like all these rich people. Like apparently, like the rich people that live here, they don't get taxed or something crazy like that. And it's like, what's all this about, man? At the end of the day, the rich people make their money through the people. So at the end of the day, we're the reason why they are rich and we are poor. And it doesn't make sense.
But at the same time as well, in that respect, then the poor people aren't really doing much to help themselves by not voting, keeping those rich people in power. So
yeah, what's the point? What's the point in voting? Like, what is the actual point?
You kind of need to vote. Like, for example, you need to keep the extremists, because if none of us vote, what's going to happen? The people that are extremists, they're going to vote. And if they vote, someone like UKIP will end up being in power.
Or BNP.
Yeah, or BNP. So we kind
of... And then
everyone,
every single person in this room can just go home.
Yeah.
Like, can just leave the country.
What, leave the country?
Yeah. Do you know what? I get what you're saying about rich people, but Peter, that has been the case since day one. Rich people have always ruled everything. You can work full-time here on the minimum wage and you still can't live, and it should never ever be like that. It should never be like that.
We're struggling, like literally, we're struggling, and it's not fair and it don't make sense.
I see a lot of young people saying, oh, you know, like minimum wage, everyone gets like £70, all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, we need to get rid of all the warfare, warheads, da 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 da. But where's the money coming from?
Yeah, I agree with that, especially with the Green's manifesto, that 85 billion for home insulation. That's just crazy. I mean, it's all good to say, yeah,
it sounds fantastic.
Yeah, like £10 minimum wage by 2020, but where are you going to get the money from? I think that's the main issue.
By the time we get to 2020, £10 isn't going to do anything. Like even now,
yeah.
£10.
£10 peak.
£10.
£10 don't last you. Like, £10 will not last. £10 will not last you, man.
I believe young people don't vote because they don't feel engaged within politics, and they feel like the parties and the people involved within politics don't appeal to them.
It really gets me a little bit. Like, I think you only really have a right to sit and whinge and moan about the way this country's run and how much tax you're paying if you actually went to the polling station and you voted.
Young people are disillusioned with the fact that, oh, I need to be kind of informed to have an opinion, because even the people at 50 years old, you know, go down the boozer, they don't know half the stuff that they probably know more.
I feel like politics is an old man's game. I feel it's for the youth.
As you can see from the debate I just hosted, we might not all agree on politics. We have different views, we want to support different parties, and we may not trust the politicians. But one thing is for sure, young people do care about politics. We want to be heard. Our views matter. May the 7th is approaching. Whether or not young people will turn out, as the media suggests we might not, is yet to be seen.